All right, just adjusting it. Whoop. Oh.
Do that.
To distract.
Are they
Yep, you
attracted
do
to
that,
light?
and that makes them fly off.
Swim.
Okay, so now we're gonna go check these guys out and like try and shake
And
them.
also, I have other road flares with me and a bunch of other stuff we might need in this.
Yeah. Just a disclaimer.
Disclaimer, I have everything.
But I am bringing some extra road flares.
You have a backpack with you.
Yeah, and a backpack full of.
B for backpack.
I'll give you all the stuff I have later.
Okay, of course. We're in a rush right now, Chris. We'll tell you what's in the backpack. I don't think you're point.
So we're
Alright.
gonna shake these guys. See.
All right, so you throw that. The flying rods go off. Though in the distance you seem to hear kind of a weird galloping sound.
Oh crap! Alright.
Okay, we don't have time to even worry about what that is. We gotta like
We're
pull
running
them.
out.
We gotta pull them out, like carry
Yes,
them
alright.
into the
And the
truck.
skateboards.
Okay.
Yeah, we got one
Can they wake us
skateboard.
up, or
We can pull.
do they have to carry?
Well, they haven't even gotten to you guys yet.
What about I can
Open the
carry?
door.
I can carry her on my back. You can
Alright,
carry Cam.
So as
and
you
we'll
open the
put
door,
him on the skateboard.
location-wise, Cam is going to be on the bottom.
Okay.
All right, and that's going to put Diane at the top, and you're in the back, of course. So who are you going to go first, Diane or?
Well, the back is exposed, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna pull him out of the back seat first.
Okay.
Put him on the
You
skateboard.
grab him, pull him out. Feels kind of heavier than you think you would, and as you kind of pull him out and cut the airbag out, oh, he's plump.
Ah, gross. He's
Who's
got.
plump? Kelvin? Oh, he's
Yeah.
dead.
He got
Poison.
stung. All right, so he's
He got
toast.
bit. All right, so we gotta see if we can open the door and pull her out.
You open the door, pull. Oh, you no, man.
All right.
Oh, shit.
No.
All right, should we-
All right, so we're just gonna yank
We
her
throw her
out of there,
floated
toss her
body out
to
of
the
the way.
side. What else are we gonna do?
How's
Can I go like this, like,
How's Cam looking?
and then like green goop comes out of my mouth?
Cam looks a little green and a little black and a little blue.
I want my
Like
last
he's-
word
yes.
to be iguanador.
Yes, Cam. It's iguana.
But is Cam also? Does he look like he's gonna?
No, he's like severely bruised.
He's bruised.
Bad.
Maybe he
He's
All right.
not stung.
Yeah.
Cool.
So she's out, and we're gonna pull Cam out.
Actually,
Yeah.
he looks a different kind of, I don't know if you've ever seen somebody that's gotten out of a car accident. They'll say it's non-incapacitating surgeries and non-incapacitating injuries, and they're just literally bruised because the concussion just.
Okay, so he's bruised to hell, but is he
Yeah.
conscious at all? Does he
Can you
respond?
see it on his head?
What?
Does,
He's still kind of out of it.
all right, but he is awake or?
No, not
She
not
had
yet.
a water bottle probably.
Yeah, you could probably.
So I'm gonna splash him a little
Yeah.
bit and be like,
Okay.
hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, it sounds like
All right, so
There you go.
And
gaining my senses.
I gave you,
There you go.
as I said, iguanador, and I gave you my bag of antibiotics and everything. First
Okay,
aid
so
stuff.
as Cam's stirring, and
I got a hero.
We're getting him out of there. We're pulling.
as Cam's stirring, I grab the pistol that he can no longer. Hey, buddy.
Your character's a thief.
They already splashed through the water and I stopped you with my hand.
Let's not create tension.
So
Come
listen,
on, let's get you out of here. There's something coming this way. We gotta get back in the truck.
we're heading toward the truck. We need you to come with us.
All right,
So as we're getting out, like you.
Okay.
All right.
We need to go. We need to get to the truck. I mean, dude, come on. Half an SUV's gone. You just said we need to get to the truck. What do you think's going to happen?
What, to the truck?
Yes.
We're gonna leave in the truck.
No, you're climbing towards the truck, and the truck gets hit.
Oh man, what
With
the
like whatever this weird pistol thing they do
Truck
is.
is hit.
Truck is hit.
Are there any other cars around us?
It's a highway. There's a turnpike. There are other vehicles.
Okay, so we're gonna hop in another vehicle then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like every vehicle we hop in, they shoot.
Yeah. Get a bike.
But okay, maybe we should hide then.
B for bike.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. They didn't go after the snake. And we're like basically, we're on Sample Road, like near the turnpike.
We're back on the turnpike at this point.
Are we on the turnpike at this point?
Yeah.
Oh, head north. Okay, sorry. So we're.
Should we wait it out? Should we like see if we can sort of duck and cover and just?
Yeah, can we just run off to the side of the turnpike and hide in the bushes? Let's try that.
Okay.
Can you throw more flares like the other way? Because they were attracted
Yeah, we'll throw a
to
few flares in the road while we're doing that.
All right.
To mask our escape.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we go and hide in the
Distraction.
bushes next
So
to
we're
deer.
hiding in the mangroves.
So
Right.
one last shout out to Kevin and Diana for being great sports when it comes to perishing at my hands. I think that's the biggest difference between GMs who do storytelling and GMs who do more tactical play is the death rate. And I'm not one for avoiding killing off people, but With my style, that usually doesn't happen. So it was kind of entertaining to actually have a death and have it be kind of celebrated as like a big turning point in what's going on in the game. So again, thanks you two, and let's get back right into the game.
So we're going to soldier on with our 3 survivors, because if it's the end of the world, we got to have some casualty somewhere, right? Right. All right. So, is he like strapped on somebody's back, fireman carry style? What's going on here?
Oh, we just do on a skateboard. We're dragging him back to the car.
Well, no, we're hiding in the woods now.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
They woke me up with the water.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. All right.
Probably just kind of like hobbled.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are in the mangroves now, huh?
Okay.
Sure.
Which.
Maybe in the mangoes instead. Sounds nicer.
Well, on top of that, if you're in mangroves love water, so you're like probably like shin deep in like swamp if you're in the mangroves.
Whatever's by the side of the turnpike. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever the
Those plants. We're hiding in the
trees,
vegetation.
woods, whatever.
Those are closer to mangoes.
All right, so we're hiding.
All right, you guys are hiding,
Yeah.
and as you're hiding, you know it's a little hard to see because it's night. As your eyes adjust finally, and yeah, you do see more of those centaur crab power armor guys kind of skitter across the turnpike.
Okay.
Okay.
A lot more.
There's at least 5 or 6 now.
How fast are they? Are they like super fast, or are they just like?
They're faster than a run. You know, I think you could probably outdrive them in a car.
For those who usually do the most common games, you're probably used to having exact distances. Something is several yards away, something is several feet away. In some of the latest games that are coming out that are going from indie to kind of mainstream, like Fate and others, they provide range bands, which are nothing really new actually in RPGs, but they are making a comeback. And I tend to like them. Because unless you're using a map, things still end up being subjective when you're using theater of the mind, which is just a fancy phrase for saying we're using our imagination at the table. Now, I think part of the rising popularity of RPGs has been using maps and figures because some people are much more visual, and they like the security of being able to say, I know the exact distance, and figure things out. But range bands seem to be a much more elegant solution for the way I play. Let me say that again, for the way I play. Everybody's got their own methods, everybody's got their own techniques. I'm just saying, I like range bands. And that's sort of what happened here. I accidentally created a range band, so to speak. I could have said something like 15 miles, 20 miles, something still faster than a human, but within the range of a car. But it also still gives me some elbow room if I need them to go a little faster to add some more tension later. But my players know eventually if they're in a car, they're going to be safe in a chase, which is what they really wanted to know. So let's just chalk this up to the difference between exact distances and relatable differences, which is what I think a good range band system would aim for.
So as we were talking about it, yeah, there's about 4 or 5 of them that come. You're watching, and then another 4 or 5.
Are they kind of staying around this area? Or are they moving along?
They're moving along.
Okay.
But even in the distance, you do hear something that sounds like chatter or something.
So they seem to be coming in waves.
Yes.
So maybe we should ground a car and get off this highway where they seem to be traveling.
Well, it is a nice flat stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one we encountered was on a surface street. These stupid things are using all the roads. God, we have to drive. We have so far to go.
We're gonna have to find like a rural road.
Is there any way we could make our way to like? But it said it was on the coast. So is there any way we could make our way to like the marina? Get a boat?
Have to go back south.
Where are we? How far north are we now?
We took off from Sample and we didn't get too far on the highway, did we?
No, you're like kind of in that stretch. There's some sound walls too. You're in there.
So what?
Seems like what attracted them was starting the car the last time.
Well, we attracted them with the CB. So no more of that.
Did we attract them though? We don't know.
That's what the person said. No, don't you use the CB. And that's when Kablooey went these guys. Crap. So we should probably get on the other side of that sound wall and try and find a boat. If we can head south or on a canal or something.
Where are we though? I need to know where we are.
We're just north of Sample on the turnpike.
It's so much easier when you have that in Google.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna find a boat anywhere out west, you gotta go east.
Or if there's a boat in the canal, it's like a little power boat.
Yeah, and by the way, a lot of these canals are not navigable because they end
Yeah.
in land bridges and all this other stuff.
Well, if we're near Sample, we're not too terribly far from Atlantic. If we can get on the other side of the barrier off the highway and just find a car from there, since it's not like a large flat stretch, maybe they won't come after us.
All right, so we need to walk to the next exit, get off the turnpike, get basically east of the sound wall, and then find a car and try to head east toward,
Okay.
or try to head, actually back south to Atlantic and then east to get a boat.
Okay. All right. So, how are you feeling, by the way?
I'm feeling all right.
How's your character feeling?
Character's, a little bruised and battered, but, I'm feeling all right.
Okay. So, you guys are limping and going along, and so far it doesn't seem like anything's happening. You don't hear any buzzing. It's just so unnervingly quiet. Every time you're stepping on the grass, it feels like you can hear it for miles.
Okay.
And you get there and you get across to the other side of each of the sound wall, and you guys can follow it for a little bit, and it takes you kind of down in a ditch where it gets close to the water, and you think it might be where this ditch connects eventually to a canal.
Okay.
So you guys want to just follow that, or kind of go back to the highway, or what?
Well, if the canal connects, odds are it will connect to an east-west canal and just follow that all the way east.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I'll follow the water.
All right, so you guys follow the water.
Is there any, military vehicles around? Have you seen any military?
No, you haven't seen any military whatsoever.
They probably did this.
Yeah.
Now, this as a GM excites me when I see players filling in the holes. Sometimes I feel like they're right, sometimes I feel like they're wrong. In my headcanon, the military was a victim, they weren't in cahoots with the aliens. But coming up, you'll see that he guesses the right thing about a monster that he'll be seeing. Sometimes that's where these little details as a GM come to the fore. Especially in a modern game where we have things like science to think about. Giving your monster an ecology, at least a basic one that people can understand on the surface, pays off. Especially if they can see those monsters in quote-unquote nature. It was something that Guillermo del Toro commented on that he learned from Ray Harryhausen, which is if you can show your monsters acting in repose like natural animals, they'll seem much more realistic. And I've done that before, where suddenly creatures go from just being stat points to actually kind of being a living concept by players seeing them act like creatures instead of just something that comes up and beats the crap out of you. So you don't have to be really complicated, but like I said, at least seeing some of the basics or letting them intuit the basics of how this creature may work, breed, attack, prey, adds a little bit of extra spice to the game.
So you're following the canal, and it's one of these canals, you can probably tell that it's going to take you farther out that way for a while to one of those places where, one of those enclaves.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which ones help me out here, guys. Enclaves are kind of out that way.
I guess you gated community type
Yeah.
Let's see, we're on Atlantic. We're heading. No, we're heading on Sample. Yeah, one of those Sample Road Independence Bay or one of those.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
As you guys are following the canal, you see that there is a road farther north of you, and then, holy crap, there's somebody actually driving.
Oh, cool.
They're speeding.
They're gonna get nuked.
As you're driving, and they're, you see them, and they drive off out of your line of view. You hear the car, and okay, maybe he's a lucky son of a. Oh no, there goes the light flash.
There you go. Cars are death.
Yeah. Okay, so he's hidden. Alright.
And then after that, you hear some skidding and some crashing and things like that.
So they're to the north of us.
Well, they're all around, it seems like. But it just seems like they're
No, I'm
attracted
saying this car was.
Yeah, the car kind of, as you guys are going, going farther west, it was on a north road, a road that was north of you,
Okay.
parallel to you.
So we're now heading east.
Probably somebody from Independence, Beth.
Yes. We're heading east we're off to the south
You're
of
heading east or west? You're heading closer to the beach or farther?
We're heading east because we have to get
A boat.
to, we want to try to get to the intercoastal so we can actually get to a navigable waterway to go north.
Okay.
Although the water, wow, look at those wolves row. So,
I'm gonna sailboat.
yeah, we can just troll along very quietly with the boat. Maybe there's a noise threshold. So, all they're aquatic. We'll find out. So we're making our way east along Sample, but we're not on the road. We're kind of south, like just kind of hugging the
Okay.
development.
That's the canal.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, and you're like at that point where you've got a canal / ditch. So those places where you see the big pipe that goes over and
Yeah.
there's like the rat fence or whatever you want to call that.
Those are the reasons why you can't navigate the canals.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
And then on the other side, there's like a hedge that probably hides a fence
Yeah.
to where there's a thing. And then there's like, the road. And as you guys are walking there, we're keeping the moonlight and the starlight, you notice that there seems to be just a little glimmer to the water.
Like
You
it's
keep walking.
like it's moving.
Yeah, something's not right with the water.
Let's walk away from the water.
And what you see is you look at it for a little bit longer, I guess as you're walking backwards.
Yes.
It's a flying rod goes up and then goes back down. And there's another flying rod and another flying rod. Like they're hovering over the water or they're in the water. In the canal.
They're not leaving the water, or they are. You can't really tell.
They kind of like at this point they are acting a little more like natural animals.
Ah. Maybe they're reproducing in the water.
Ooh. Spawning.
Yeah.
So if we kind of look towards the direction where we're walking and we're looking at the water, do we kind of see more of the same?
Yeah, more of the little flying rods going up and down. I mean, at this point, at a distance, you'd almost would think they're just like dragonflies.
But they're not paying any attention to us.
No.
So let's just keep walking for a couple minutes.
Yeah, I'd rather not interact with them. We'll keep an eye on them.
We'll be quiet and we'll
Okay.
stay more towards like a hedge or something over here.
Okay.
And give them space, but
You guys do see that there's a part where the hedge, someone at the landscaping got fired because the hedge breaks. And you see there's a fence and the fence is gated sort of. It's not a gate, sorry. It's a fence, not a brick wall or something.
Yep.
okay.
So,
So it's blocking our path, is what you're saying?
well, that I'm just letting you know what kind of fence it is.
Chain link fence.
Yeah,
Okay.
not so pretty. Wonder why it was hidden.
Yeah. Okay. And this is a fence that borders the canal, basically.
Yeah, to keep to keep it out of sight from the development.
Okay. And we're on the canal side of the fence. We need to climb the fence to get.
If you want to, yeah.
Okay. As long as those things aren't coming near us.
I want to look through the fence and see what's in there.
It is dark. Houses. You see a couple of cars that bumped up into each other, kind of a low packing collision. And there's at least one or two doors that are just open.
Or you're looking into a subdivision, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, through the fence. I see.
Any bodies around?
Yeah, you see one or two bodies there. One
Any-
guy's missing his head.
Oh.
Any sign of exploded cars?
No.
We've had exploded heads.
Well, that or a gunshot, one of the two.
Oh my.
Sometimes the worst enemy is not the one that's invading you.
That's so true. I don't see any
You wouldn't
reason.
know anything about that.
Anything around that we can, of value for us to pick up? Or?
Oh, if you go over the fence, there's a whole subdivision.
I think we should
That's
go in there.
abandoned.
I think we should go into the subdivision and at the very least get some rest because you're injured and you didn't get a good night's sleep.
Okay. And to look for guns.
We each have a
That's
gun
right.
at this point because there were two
That's right.
rifles and he's
Oh, I
got
give
his
your pistol
pistol.
back. Sorry.
Yeah, instead of finding enough guns to fit the crew is now size enough to fit the gun.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we each have rifles and Ken has
That's
his
right.
gun back. Okay, his pistol. Cool. So yeah, let's go in and we're gonna look for a spot to sleep in one of these houses that probably doesn't have zombies or monsters in it.
At this point, I think some GMs probably would make you force you to roll to go over that fence.
Okay.
I'm not going
I can climb a fence.
to. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So those fences are difficult, but I hear what you're saying. So, especially if it's chain link. So you guys get over this other side of the fence, and you are in like bizarro world where it's quiet, it's eerie.
So our players' alter egos have hopefully found a safe place for the night. Have they, or have they walked right into a trap? We'll find out next week. Until then, good luck and good gaming.